Now, as you listen to this, there's likely something you're supposed to be doing a project, an email, a workout, and instead you're here. But I'm not going to lecture you about time management because procrastination has nothing to do with time. And despite what your inner critic tells you, it has nothing to do with laziness either. Laziness is a lack of desire. You want to do the thing. You might even feel desperate to do it, but you're paralyzed. Society tells us the fix is a new planner, a new calendar app, or more willpower. But that's trying to fix a software glitch by washing the computer. Today, let's rip off the mask and look at the actual neurobiology of why your brain self-sabotages and how to finally break the loop. In one corner, you have the prefrontal cortex. This is the logical, evolved part of your brain. It handles long-term planning, goals, and logic. It's the part of your brain that says, if we finish today, we won't stress this weekend. In the other corner is the limbic system, specifically the amygdala. This is the ancient primal part of your brain. It doesn't care about next weekend. It cares about right now is rest. It is hardwired for immediate survival and emotional comfort. When you sit down to do a task that feels overwhelming, boring, or terrifying, your amygdala literally perceives that task as a threat. So you see, it treats a difficult email or a challenging project the exact way it treats a predator in the wild. Your brain floods with anxiety. And how does the brain survive a threat? It flees, escapes from the place. It triggers an immediate emotional escape route. You close the tab, pick up your phone, and get a quick hit of the dopamine from the social media. That's what we do. Procrastination is not a lack of discipline at all, guys. It's an emotional regulation problem. You're choosing the immediate mood repair over future success. But why does your brain see the task as a threat? It's because fear wears three distinct masks that we mistake for laziness. The first mask is the perfectionist. Your brain whispers, if you don't try, we can't fail. If you don't finish the project, no one can judge your actual capability. Your brain would rather do nothing than risk doing it imperfectly. The second mask is the overwhelmed. You look at the massive goal and your brain lacks the energy to break it down. It feels like climbing Mount Everest in flip-flops, so paralysis eventually sets in. The third mask is the boredom evader. You have low tolerance for discomfort. Your brain equates boredom with actual physical distress. So it constantly seeks out high dopamine distractions to stay numb. So knowing the science, how do we fix it? You cannot outthink this loop with pure willpower alone, not at all. You have to outsmart it. Now, here are the two psychological hacks to rewire your response. First, lower the bar to the floor. The hardest part of any task is the friction of transitions, moving from not working to working. Your brain fears the giant project, so make it ridiculously small. Use the 5-minute rule. Tell yourself, I'm going to open the document, write one sentence. Once you lower the perceived threat, your brain stands down. Action creates momentum and not the other way around. Second is, give yourself permission to do a terrible job. Tell yourself, I'm going to write the worst draft in human history. By stripping away the requirement for perfection, you strip away the fear. You can fix a bad page, but you cannot fix a blank page. Tell yourself, if this really clicked for you, make sure to subscribe so you don't mix our next deep dive into mastering your mind. Now, close this video, put down your phone, and go give your task just 5 minutes. Your future self is waiting.